Welcome to Lawcet Adda. So as Trinath sir have already discussed the 4 questions for you. So now I'm continuing the session from 5th question. Okay, so the question here follows. The question is about a ministry. Which ministry is associated with a scheme called Mera Gaon, Meri Dharodhar? Mera Gaon, Meri Dharodhar. Fine. That is Union Cultural Ministry. Union Culture Ministry. See, basically, this scheme was actually inaugurated by Minister of, let's say, Home Affairs. Okay, MOHA. Okay, but this scheme falls under Ministry of Culture. Ministry of Culture. Anyways, what is the objective of this scheme? So under this scheme, Mere Gaon, Mere Dharohar, the Indian government is going to take up 6.5 lakh villages. How many? 6.5 lakh villages that span across the 29 states we have and 7 union territories. Okay, and to bring these 6.5 lakh villages under virtual platform. What do you mean by that? The scheme actually, okay, brings up the digitalization in the villages. Okay, digitalization in the villages. So, and also, like the scheme, why it is called,
Sir, sir, can you actually zoom your screen a bit? I think the slide is not fitting into the screen.
Just a minute, sir. Is this fine, sir? Now, okay, sir. So, is this okay? Or shall I zoom it a bit? Okay, thank you. So so this is how the things were like to bring 6.5 lakh villages under the virtual platform. This is nothing but kind of like it comes under the national mission on cultural mapping. Okay, this scheme comes under national mission on cultural mapping. Okay, so under this scheme, what would happen? They'll be taking every village and they'll be finding out the cultural importance of that village. Fine, and whatever the cultural element present, that might be an architecture, that might be a sculpture or some art of paintings, art of dance, music, or GI tag, any element. What they'll do, they'll preserve it. The Ministry of Culture will preserve it. Fine, so Mera Gaon, Meri Dharohar scheme comes under Union Ministry of Culture. Fine, and Next question, which city hosted the national conference on moving mental health beyond institution? Okay, so recently this conference, that is national conference on moving mental health beyond institution, was happened in New Delhi. What is the main purpose regarding this? See, we have Mental Health Care Act 2017. Mental Health Care Act. In which year it has been enacted? It was enacted in 2017. It was enacted in 2017. Okay. So this conference will address the practical difficulties and other challenges, addresses the challenges in implementation of this Mental Health Care Act. It addresses the challenges, okay, in implementation of this Mental Health Care Act 2017. Right, that is the main purpose. And also what it will do is that this conference also welcomes a thoughtful discussion among its members to resolve the existing challenges, like to resolve. Okay, they'll talk about, they'll have an insightful talk regarding the future steps to resolve mental health concern, right? That was the point. So this conference was held in our capital city, New Delhi. Fine. Next. What is the theme of the summit on global chemicals and petrochemicals manufacturing hubs in India? That is sustainability and circularity. Fine. See, basically this summit on global chemicals and petrochemicals manufacturing hubs in India. That was actually organized jointly by Federation of Indian, that is FICI, full form Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Again, I'm repeating, Federation of Indian Commerce of Chambers and Industry, and joint initiative of Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. This is important. Okay, fine. So the theme of this summit, that is the summit on global chemicals and petrochemicals manufacturing hubs in India, that is sustainability and circularity. And this summit was jointly held by FICCI, that is Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industries, and Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Fine, this is important. Okay. Anyways, next question we have moving forward. Which state or UT released draft rules for implementation of provisions of the Panchayat Extension to Schedule Areas Act? First of all, you need to know some details about this act. This act was enacted in the year 1996. So let me tell you what is the purpose of this act. See, if you go through the polity section of your GK, you will have 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Act, which were enacted in the year 1992. Okay. See, these two acts supposed to enact local self-government initiatives, local self-governments. Okay, at both village level, and also the urban level. Clear? Urban level. At village level, you know, there will be a concept of panchayat, panchayat, where through the Grama Sabhas, okay, the governance will be going on in the villages. When it comes to urban areas, under the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act, the urban areas, you will have the concept of Jilla Parishad. Under the urban, this you will be having the municipalities, and the governance will be going on by as the municipalities as the node. So the problem with the 73rd is of villages. Okay, the problem with the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act is that not every village or every corner in the country has accepted to implement these provisions of this act. Okay, let's say for example, there are certain remote areas like tribal areas or remote corner areas which are yet to enact this 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act provisions. So realizing this, the central government in 1996 came up with an act called PESA Act. What was that? PESA Act. PESA Act is nothing but Panchayat Extension to Schedule Areas Act. Panchayat Extension to Schedule Areas Act in 1996. Under this PESA Act, whichever the areas which were excluded from the implementation of the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act provisions, that is local self-government at village level, okay, then those areas will be coming under PESA Act, and those areas from now, with some modification, the provisions of the 73rd Amendment Act will be applicable. You got it, right? So recently, you know, a state called Jharkhand has came up under it has released draft rules for the implementation of the PESA Act provisions. So what do you mean by releasing the draft rules? I already told you that whatever the reason that comes under the PESA Act, they won't be following the exact provisions okay, in the 73rd Amendment Act. They will be having some modification according to their socio political condition. They will have some modification. So those modifications to the 73rd Amendment Act, the state will release. So those modifications in the form of draft rules. You understanding? Okay. So what is the ultimate objective of PESA Act to the Jharkhand? Simple. It will establish the governance through Grama Sabhas from now. Okay. Grama Sabhas. They will be having a Sarpanch and all the village people, eligible voters who crossed 18 years. They'll become the members of the Gram Sabha. and all these people will attend the Grama Sabha, headed by or presided by village sarpanch. Fine. And then they'll be discussing about what the villages need and everything. Fine. So that is what exactly this Panchayat Extension to Schedule Areas Act 1996, that is PESA Act 1996. Recently, the state of Jharkhand released draft rules for the implementation. Okay, that's the point. Fine. Next, which state implements Mukhyamantri Ladli Behna Yojana? This is the scheme. This is the state scheme implemented by the state of Madhya Pradesh. What was that? Madhya Pradesh. So, between the age of 23 years to 60 years of age, the women, especially who belong to underprivileged section, they were eligible to receive 1,000 rupees per month from the state government of Madhya Pradesh. Okay, and this why it has been discussing in this current affairs, because after the state implementing this Mukhyamantri Ladli Behna Yojana for 2 months, okay, what it started to do is that it has included, it has lowered this 23 years age to 21 years age. So from now onwards, the underprivileged women, okay, from 21 years age till 60 years, they are going to receive 1,000 rupees per month under this Mukhyamantri Ladli Behna, okay, Yojana scheme of Madhya Pradesh. But you need to understand one thing, that these all people has to be married. One condition is they should be the married women. They should be what? Married women. Fine. Moving on to the next question. Which institution approved the guidelines for Institutional Development Plan, IDP, for higher education institution? See, whenever you just see across something implemented for higher education institutions, see that you can go to UGC, University Grants Commission. Okay, University Grants Commission. See, basically, University Grants Commission has approved the guidelines for institutional development plan. What do you mean by this institutional development? What are these guidelines meant for? See, these guidelines meant to assist the higher educational institutions in attaining academic excellence and research excellence. Okay, research excellence. Fine. And both these, what it will gain, it will finally lead to, or it will finally enhance the quality of teaching here. The quality of teaching. And also the quality of learning. This is the main objective. Okay, these guidelines for institutional development plan, okay, for higher education institution, assess the higher education institution in their in achieving academic excellence and research excellence, so that it will enhance the quality of teaching and also it will enhance the quality of learning. Okay, and this IDP, this institutional development plan, what it will do is that it will offer direction. Okay, a direction. Fine, direction to higher education institutions in exercising their academic, administrative, and business autonomy. All this will be maintained by maintaining accountability of that higher education institution. Fine. Anything which happens to see for higher education institution, something, the institution approving something for a higher education institution, that is UGC, University Grants Commission. Okay, that was the point. Next. Here comes the child helpline is being integrated with which emergency response support system, ERSS pan India number. See, first I'll tell you a very interesting thing, that you already have an emergency response support system, ERSS. Okay, ERSS, and ERSS ka number was 112. What was that? 112. ERSS 112. So 112. So with this, recently the government has integrated the child helpline number. Child helpline number. And this integration was completed in 9 different states. Achha, what are those 9 different states? First comes Andhra Pradesh. The other one is Arunachal Pradesh. Next, Bihar. Next, Dadra and Nagar Haveli. UT, that is, this is a UT. Dadra and Nagar Haveli. And Daman and Diu. Next, Goa, Gujarat, Ladakh, Puducherry, and finally Mizoram. Finally Mizoram. Okay. In these 9 different states, the emergency response support system ERSS 112 with a helpline number called 112 was integrated with the child helpline center. See, basically, what is the point of this integration? What do we gain from this integration? Under this, a 24/7 dedicated women and child development, okay, control room will be set up. Women and child development control room is going to be set up. Okay, to address any sort of like women issues and especially the child issues. Got it? What is the pan-India number here? 112. Fine. Okay. Next, India AI. India AI matlab artificial intelligence. Okay, AI. This is artificial intelligence. Yes. Has signed memorandum of understanding with which company on mutual cooperation in the realm of artificial intelligence. That is Meta. The Facebook parent company Meta, okay, has signed a memorandum of understanding with India AI. Okay, they both this company India AI and Meta India has entered into MOU to create a structure of some sort of like collaboration. Okay, to create a structure of collaboration and also to create a mutual cooperation. In which field? In which field? In the field of, in the realm of artificial intelligence. Okay, in the field of artificial intelligence. Okay, so what is the objective of this MOU? This MOU will enable, okay, all AI models which were developed by Meta India, okay, as open source. What do you mean by open source? That is, they can be accessible and usable too. They can be accessible and also can be usable jointly by both India AI and Meta AI. Fine. So recently the India AI signed MOU with Meta AI. Okay, so that this is a kind of collaboration or mutual cooperation in the field of artificial intelligence, and that will create an open source so that both the companies can jointly access and use whatever the models they develop on artificial intelligence. That is the point. Okay. Next, which country has launched Young Professional Scheme? This is a scheme for visa granting visas. Okay, visa granting scheme to Indians based between 18 to 30. That was United Kingdom, UK. See, basically talking about this scheme is nothing but this is a scheme of Indians aged between 18 and 30 years. Means 18 and 30 years, matlab like graduate level, the people who have the graduate level qualification, right? In general, graduate level qualification for visas to Indian Kingdom. So this scheme offers young Indians an opportunity to live, work, or study in UK. Very simple. That too for 2 years under this scheme. The scheme offers visas for young people from India, okay, between 18 to 30 who have the graduate level qualification to live, work, study in UK for 2 years. Okay, that is one. Next. Which country conducted the Han Kuang Han Glory military exercise? Okay, that is Taiwan. Han Kuang Han Glory military exercise. See, there are many superlatives in this MCQ. First of all, you need to know what is the capital of Taiwan. Taiwan ka capital Taipei. Taipei, okay. And Taiwan ka the largest airport. Okay, you need to know this largest airport. Right. What is the largest airport in Taiwan? It was Taoyuan. 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 Okay, let me write very clearly for you. Wait. It is Taoyuan. Okay, this Taiwan International Airport. This is an international airport. Fine. You need to know this Taiwan International Airport is very near to the capital city of this Taiwan, that is Taipei. Fine. This military exercise, Han Kuang, okay, also interpreted as Han Glory, was conducted in this international airport, Taiwan International Airport. Okay, and this is of its first kind. It means I want to say that Taiwan was actually formed in the year 1979. From 1979, it was the very first time that Taiwan, okay, has conducted a military exercise. This is the first military exercise of Taiwan. That is Han Kuang. And this was conducted in this international airport, Taoyuan. So how can an international airport, which is busy with the passengers, cargo, how can it facilitate this military exercise? Very simple. For that purpose, the authorities here have they stopped, they halted the commercial traffic. Okay, they halted the commercial activities. They halted commercial activities. They set the space free for the soldiers, Taiwan soldiers. Okay, fine. What is the point of Taiwan right now after almost like 44 years, after 44 to 45 years? Why Taiwan has conducted the military exercise here? Taiwan has conducted the military exercise, okay, to defend this facility, that is the Taoyuan International Airport and the capital, to defend this facility against a simulated attack by Beijing. This is Beijing is the capital of China. So in order to counter the attack of China and in order to make their soldiers get ready, so this military exercise was conducted in Taiwan. And what is the capital of Taiwan? Capital city was Taipei. This is important. Okay, and what is the kind of like name of this military exercise? Hong Kong. That was Taiwan. Okay, that is important. Fine. Next, which city hosted UK India Defense and Military Technology Cooperation Workshop? Okay. See, basically this workshop was conducted by ISS, that is International Institute for Strategic Studies. Strategic Studies. This is a London-based think tank. London-based think tank. Okay. All the researchers will be there, statistics. Okay, all the people will be there here, London-based think tank. So, in the collaboration with India's Bharat Shakti Defense Platform, Bharat Shakti Defense Platform. So, a joint collaboration of Indian International Institute for Strategic Studies based in London and Bharat Shakti Defense Platform. Okay, they organized this workshop. That is for workshop for exploring what are the like kind of like joint initiatives in defense research, joint initiative for industrial production, for upgrading the military technology. So this workshop was conducted in London. Clear. This workshop was conducted in London. Fine, it is very important who has conducted this workshop. It is a joint effort of ISS, International Institute for Strategic Studies based in London, and Bharat Shakti Defense Platform. Fine, what is the purpose of this workshop? To explore a joint initiatives, okay, in defense research, and in defense industrial activities. What do you mean by industrial activities? Producing some military kind of arsenal weapons, some sort of like military production. Okay, so this workshop was conducted in London. Fine. Next. Which country's population decreased by around 8 lakh individuals in 2022 when compared to previous year? Japan. Japan population is being like declining, and this 2022 statistics, it is not a new thing. It is the 14th consecutive decline. It is the 14th consecutive decline in the population statistics of Japan. Means from the past 14 years, Japanese population was declining, and amount of foreign immigrants is increasing in Japan. See, this 8 lakh population of Japan is almost equivalent to 0.65% of the entire population of Japan. 0.65% of the entire population of Japan. And finally, in 2022, the population figure of entire Japan country stands at 122.4 million people. 122.4 million people. Okay, is almost equivalent to 12 crore people. India's population is almost 140 crores, surpassed China. Okay, and it is going bigger now. But when it comes to the case of Japan, what is happening? It is declining from the past 14 years. Okay, that's the wish. Next. Which country is the host of Asian Youth and Junior Weightlifting Championship? You know, there is a superlative with this, that is India. What is the superlative? India. For the first time, India became the host, or India is hosting this Asian Youth and Junior Weightlifting Championship. Okay, this championship was recently inaugurated by the Minister of Sports and Youth Affairs. Fine. And almost from India, there were 30 weightlifters are participating. And you need to understand one more thing, that especially for these sports, there was a campaigning running currently, that was Khelo India. Khelo India campaigning was running to encourage the sports among the youth. Fine. Khelo India. Fine. Next. Which union ministry is associated with Janvishwas Amendment of Provisions Bill? See, this Janvishwas Amendment Bill, okay, associated with Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Very simple. What is this amendment intends? This bill intends. This bill intends to boost ease of business index. Okay, ease of doing business index. Boost ease of doing business. Also living, to boost living in India. Fine. So this bill was tabled in Parliament, especially in Lok Sabha. Fine. And it was passed recently in Lok Sabha. That was why we are talking as a part of current affairs. And Janvishwas Amendment Provisions Bill, which has a purpose to boost ease of doing business and living in India, that was tabled in the Parliament by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Very simple. Next. Micron is a company set to establish India's first semiconductor plant. Semiconductor plant in which state? Gujarat. Because first thing, what do you mean by the semiconductor and what are the applications of semiconductor? Almost in all communication devices, electronic communication devices, okay, there will be a chip, and this chip will be made of this semiconductor. Semiconductor usage is vital and critical, important for making these electronic chips, which will be implanted in all the communication devices. Fine. Until now, we don't have any sort of indigenously developed chip. We always import the chips, okay, from South Korea, from those kind of countries. So Micron, okay, Micron is a South Korean based company, which has got MOU with Gujarat